Welcome back to Peril Pending and episode 3 of Reform Candidate Catchup. Yeah, it seems the Reform councillors, members, leaders, they just can't seem to do anything right. They can't just get on with the bloomin' job without creating up a stir. Today, we're looking at Bridget Porter, Reform councillor for Dover North, in an article from the Kent Online written by Simon Finley. As always, link to the full article will be in the description. Let's go through a few of my favourite bits. Fury over ReformUK councillor Bridget Porter's remarks that poor people should not have babies and IVF is a lifestyle choice. Wonderful, wonderful people. A ReformUK county councillor has sparked fury over remarks that people on low incomes should not have babies if they can't afford them. Kent and Medway NHS brought its cuts to infertility services on April 1st, which dropped the age limit to 38 from 40, reduced the number of IVF cycles from 2 to 1, and brought down embryo transfers from 4 to 2, just to give you a bit of context about what Bridget Porter here was voting on. Porter, who represents Dover North, told members, quote, "I feel that to have one cycle of IVF and 2 embryo transfers is adequate for taxpayers' money to be spending on people that are needing IVF. If people are on low income, they should not be bringing babies into the world. If they can't afford them, they must cut the garment according to their cloth." That's odd. So, should we get rid of the pensioners triple lock? Because why do you get to have all that protected money? Why is it that it's only the young people that have to deal with living by their cloth, Porter? Porter referenced the Integrated Care Board's debt to KCC, that's Kent County Council, saying, "Well, I don't see how this is going to increase their ability to pay the debt back to KCC by frivolous spending. These treatments, they are not health necessities, they are lifestyle choices." Yes, the lifestyle choice of having a child. You know, the whole point of living for some people, and it's kind of needed for a society, Porter. If we don't have more babies and we continue to have an aging population, something you should know about, what do you think's going to happen? Later, Porter was unrepentant about her remarks, saying, and this is where it gets real good, butt lifts are lifestyle choice. Having your boobs enhanced or decreased is a lifestyle choice. Do you think the NHS should pick up the tab for that? My opinion is that IVF is a lifestyle choice. Porter, IVF is not a lifestyle choice. IVF is, for some people, a last resort in order to have a child. People aren't just wandering around thinking, you know what I'm going to have today? I'm going to have a bout of IVF. Where do Reform find these people? In the article, it does state that ReformUK has been approached for comment on Porter's remarks, and did we get anything? Yep, I don't even think I need the sound effect anymore. I really should rename it to just Reform's statement. Yep, they didn't say anything. This was reported yesterday, which would have been the 3rd of June. What's going on with Reform? Seriously, IVF, and this was some quick maths from myself, IVF costs the taxpayer roughly around £77 million a year, okay? That's nothing in comparison to the rest of the NHS budget, but obviously it sounds like quite a lot. £77 million a year for IVF treatments, something that obviously not everybody is going to use, but it's there in case we need it. You know, we're a society, we're supposed to help one another. Bridget Porter, ReformUK candidate for Dover North, is an older lady. Senior, you might say. So she will be benefiting from the pension triple lock. And I am in no way trying to make this a age age warfare. We shouldn't be angry at people who get the triple lock. We should be happy and we should want to be able to have that ourselves. But just to give you the raw numbers, IVF costs the taxpayer roughly 77 million. The triple lock on pensions, it costs billions, and it costs an additional 10 to 12 billion each year. So I don't think reducing IVF and reducing the population is really going to help in the long run, Porter. Green Party member Rob Yates said the cuts were against the guidelines for the National Institute of Health and Care Excellence, or NICE, and other members warned that IVF cuts were likely to hit people on the lowest incomes, as they are unable to fund it privately, as the costs can be around £30,000. So once again that's the party of the working class, if you're to believe Nigel Farage, making it more difficult for the working class to have children. In this report, you are telling Cliftonville residents that their future children are not value for money. For the residents across Kent and Medway, this is simple. A continuation of austerity. It is cruel. Given falling birth rates, it's unpatriotic. And quite frankly, this is class warfare. And Rob Yates is absolutely correct there. This is a Tory policy. This is austerity. If you really cared about making savings, you might want to look at the triple lock. That costs billions. Or maybe you want to try and reclaim some of the COVID loans that got taken out. You know, doesn't that cost us about 100 billion? Was 100 billion stolen? Seriously. Reform want to kick out immigrants. They want to stop people from having children. And they want to cut programs for the young. That's some real long-term political thinking from the geniuses over at Reform.